Let's talk about breaking broken cards. A broken card is a card that fundamentally cheats some sort of game mechanic. And breaking a broken card means we are finding a character, we're finding a support package that truly maximizes the benefit of this broken card. The card that I want to focus on today is Freezer Burn. It's a 4 diff, 4 low for 4, 2 low block with response destroy one foundation after your rival plays a non-character ability, enhance or response. During this attack, cancel it. During this attack being the enhance step, the block step, and the damage step, not just the enhance step. And then enhance, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. Your rival readies one of your foundations. Typically just a face down foundation unless you force them. You destroy all your face downs and you force them to ready a strong foundation. But most of the time we can just think of Freezer Burn as a 3 difficulty attack. Before we jump on, what is a broken card? Well, a broken card is one that cheats core mechanics. And broken cards are typically cards that get banned when the character that breaks the broken card becomes too strong. So think Frog Lashing, for example, as a good example of cheating core mechanic, or a Crow and Frog Takedown, not counting towards progressive. It's cheating the core mechanic of attack should count towards progressive difficulty. Well, how is Freezer Burn a broken card? The core mechanic that is breaking is the repeatable cancels, because since this is a response, it can be done multiple times throughout the attack, and it doesn't really have a high cost. Destroying a foundation, we all know from playing Release that destroying a foundation does not truly matter, especially if you're making this lethal or if you're planning to do lethal during that attack string. And it can cancel things like Breaker Blocks or Faith Shield, and let's think, what's the other wall cling type? Red Guard. You can cancel responses like that. And no other card really comes close to this mechanic. You have Invincible Clasp, or maybe it's called Invisible Clasp, where it gets the benefit of discard a momentum and cancel your rival's enhance ability. So it's only canceling enhances, and then it's doing it at a discard a momentum cost, which is a much higher cost than destroying a foundation. Not only does Freezer Burn cheat this mechanic of the game, it's also just a great flow card. It's a low attack, good stats, readies a foundation, fills up your discard. It's a nice low block when we're in a meta where we care about low blocks. So what kind of characters and support packages can make Freezer Burn very strong? Well, a few that immediately come to mind is the Chaos Charge package. Characters that can really string out attacks and put damage on Freezer Burn. So Dabi 2 is putting 3 damage on it. Nejire Hado is putting 2 damage on Freezer Burn. So these make Freezer Burn very strong. We also get on the water symbol, we get Ibarra putting 2 damage on it, or 3 damage if it's her last attack. She can also, since Freezer Burn is a low attack, she can make it ignore progressive difficulty. We also get on the fire symbol characters like All Might 2, who is not keyword locked, so he can play Freezer Burn comfortably. If they blocked the attack before that Freezer Burn, then Freezer Burn is coming in with plus 4 damage. And then on the fire symbol, you also get access to actions like Sugar Rush, where you can add another 2 speed and 4 damage. So now you're talking about Freezer Burn being a 6 low for 12 damage that is uninteractable. Very, very strong. But All Might 2 has to find the Sugar Rush power up to truly break the card. And then you also get other stringing characters like Asui, who really like Freezer Burn. Now, I know when Set 3 first came out, a lot of people were predicting that Freezer Burn would help launch Asui to the top of the meta. And I actually had been playing a lot of Asui at that time. And I made a comment in the Discord, and this was only like 3 months into me playing the game. I said, I think Freezer Burn's a little overrated in Asui because she doesn't give it damage. And I'm telling you, I got eviscerated in the Discord. People saying that I was absolutely crazy. Well, today I'm here to say I was right. I didn't know it at the time. I figured I was probably wrong because the people that had played the game longer than me were telling me I was wrong. But today I'm kind of right. Asui's not done anything this year. She gets the benefit of not playing on progressive. But guess what? Everybody these days doesn't play on progressive. Ibarra's not playing on progressive, and she gets to add damage to things. This Chaos Charge package really isn't playing on progressive with their double jab pummels and that new attack that Nejire gets, the Spiral Blast, not Spiral Blast, the something Spiral that says if it's blocked, your next attack gets +1 to its check for every attack blocked that turn. You guys know the one I'm talking about. Oh, and you get Twisting Azure Inferno too. So nobody's really playing on progressive. So I actually think that Freezer Burn tends to be a little overrated in Asui because in the end it's just a 4 damage attack. But those are characters that make Freezer Burn strong. But we're not interested right now in this video of making Freezer Burn strong. We are interested in taking Freezer Burn and breaking it. It's already a broken card. We're going to break it further. We are going to squeeze every drop out of the card and maximize the benefit to our deck. And the way we do that is we switch Freezer Burn from being a flow attack to a finishing attack. There is no better finishing attack than Freezer Burn because Freezer Burn can cancel every interaction that your rival tries to throw at it. You know, do they want to use a decoy duplicate, a broken psyche, a wall cling, a faith shield? It doesn't cancel, 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 cancel. They can't do squat about it. So what we're going to do is we're going to saddle Freezer Burn with lethal stats. We're going to cancel all troublesome interactions, and we're going to deal lethal. Let's look at some optimal builds, some characters and support packages that best run Freezer Burn. First up, we got Shoto Todoroki. This is pretty clear because Freezer Burn has the 3 symbols of Shoto Todoroki 1. It has his face on it. But Todoroki gets to commit 1 foundation. Your attack is +1 damage for every 2 ranged attacks in your discard pile. So Todoroki plays this game where we're looking to fill up our discard pile as quickly as possible. Todoroki puts 3 in the discard pile once per turn cycle. We get cards like Frigid Heatwave that fill up our discard pile. Freezer Burn is a card that's filling up our discard pile. And so pretty soon by like turn 3 or turn 4, Todoroki is adding 6 to 8 damage on every single attack. And so now Freezer Burn is not a 4 low for 4. Now Freezer Burn is a 4 low for 10, 4 low for 12. And now it's for lethal. And there's nothing you can do to stop it. And Todoroki is the rare time where I think it's okay for Freezer Burn to truly be broken as a penultimate attack instead of the final attack. Because Todoroki gets this benefit of being able to cancel something in his lethal attack string. But as soon as he cancels something, he can no longer do the damage pump. And Todoroki's a character where you want to hit them with 2 bombs at the end of your attack string instead of just 1 bomb. Because you really haven't been doing a ton of poking in the early game. You've been playing defense and biding your time and waiting to explode. So you play Freezer Burn, you saddle it with all the stats, they can't do anything about it, you cancel all their interactions, and then you play your final attack, and then your first enhance is to give your final attack the damage, and then after that you have freed up Todoroki to cancel anything that they try from there. The reason I included these 2 foundations on this as for the support package is because when you give something damage, you have to commit a foundation. If you were to commit Friend of Animals, it gives Freezer Burn 2 speed. If you commit on water, a card like Gotcha, you're giving it 1 speed. And then, of course, you're going to Freezer Burn, you're going to discard the top 3, and they're going to ready something. So it basically cancels out this cost that Todoroki has on face of committing a foundation to give damage. Okay, so that's on the water symbol, but I think Todoroki is also viable on the Chaos symbol, so I put the Friend of Animals here. Let's now look at the Chaos symbol and Dabi. And I think he runs Freezer Burn with the Chaos Charge package better than Dabi 2 and Nejire Hado. And here's why. Dabi is a character that likes to string as well. He doesn't do it quite as effectively as Nejire and Dabi 2 because he's a 6-hander instead of a 7-hander. But he is giving everything 3 damage. And then he gets to give his last one 1 speed and 1 damage. Except for his string starter. His string starter he doesn't get the benefit of enhancing the damage on. But the big benefit is everything in Dabi 1 comes down to using his once per game correctly. Once per game, remove 10 foundations from your discard pile. Your attack is +8 damage and gains throw. Your rival may destroy all ready foundations to cancel this effect. So we can give Freezer Burn the 8 damage. It'll also come in as with the 3 damage that it gets from the previous attack. So now Freezer Burn is coming in with +11 damage. Now it's a 15 damage throw. And if they try to use their Wall Cling, cancel it. Try to use your Faith Shield, cancel it. If you want to use Red Guard, cancel it. We get to just cancel anything, and you're going to eat this one. So Freezer Burn really maximizes Dabi's once per game. And then last, we have Endeavor on the fire symbol. And he gets your non-throw attack is +1 damage for every 6 cards in your discard pile. So as soon as you have like 30 to 40 cards in your discard pile, Freezer Burn is going to be very, very strong. It's going to be almost 10 damage or more than 10 damage. And we get this really nice synergy with Flash Fire Fist and Frigid Heat Wave of filling up our discard pile. And Fire has a lot of ways to pump speed. I just put Evil Gaze as one way to pump speed. So Evil Gaze is going to give Freezer Burn 2 speed, or you could use cards like Quick to Act or Ice Gliding, Sugar Rush Power Up, although I think Sugar Rush is more of an All Might 2 card than it would be an Endeavor card since you're getting rid of your discard pile, which hurts future attacks. But I mean, that doesn't matter if you're using Freezer Burn for lethal. So I think those are the 3 characters that truly break Freezer Burn. And no spoilers, but if you're caught up in the anime, this is kind of cute. I think the design team did a really cool job of making these 3 characters the 3 characters that fundamentally break Freezer Burn. Well, that's going to do it for today. Let me know what attacks and what other cards you think are truly broken in the game and deserve a video of their own.